Broken trust. Lena was a woman who lived in a small town. She had a good job and a kind husband. Her parents lived nearby, and they loved her very much. On the outside, Lena's life looked perfect. But Lena had one big problem. She lied all the time. She lied about small things. She lied about big things. Even when there was no reason, she still told lies. One day she told her husband that she was sick. But she was not sick. She just wanted to stay home and watch TV. Her husband believed her and stayed with her all day. Later he found out she had lied. He felt sad. He asked, "Why did you lie, Lena?" She smiled and said, "It was not a big lie." But her husband did not smile. He felt hurt and confused. A few days later, she told her mother that she lost her job. Her mother cried and gave her money, but Lena still had her job. She only wanted extra money to buy a dress. Her father found out. He said, "Lena, why do you do this?" Lena looked down. She had no answer. She just said, "I don't know." After many lies, Lena's husband started to change. He did not talk much. He did not smile at her like before. At dinner, he looked at his food and stayed quiet. Lena saw this, but she did not stop lying. One evening, Lena said she was working late, but she went shopping with a friend. Her husband waited for her at home with dinner on the table. The food got cold. He called her phone, but she did not answer. When she came home, he asked, "Where were you?" She said, "At work. It was a busy day." But he had called her office, and they said she had left hours ago. He knew she was lying again. This time he didn't say anything. He just looked at her and then walked away. Lena felt something cold inside her heart. She wanted to speak, but no words came. The next morning her husband left early. He didn't say goodbye. He didn't even leave a note. Lena sat at the kitchen table alone. The room felt quiet and heavy. She looked at the chair where he used to sit. It was empty. Lena called her mother. She wanted to talk, but her mother was quiet too. She said, "Lena, we love you, but we don't know if we can trust you." Lena's eyes filled with tears. "Mom, I didn't mean to hurt anyone." Her mother replied, "You didn't mean it, but you did." Days passed, but nothing changed. Lena was alone in the house. Her husband did not come back. He didn't call. He didn't write. The house felt big and empty. The silence hurt her ears. Lena went to her parents' house. She wanted to say sorry. But when she arrived, her father opened the door and said, "Why are you here, Lena?" She said, "I want to talk." He let her in, but he did not smile. They sat in the living room. Her mother looked tired. Her eyes were sad. Lena said, "I know I lied. I know I hurt you. I want to change." Her parents listened, but they looked at each other quietly. Her father said, "We have heard this before." Her mother added, "You say sorry, then lie again. How can we believe you now?" Lena wanted to promise. She wanted to cry. But she stayed quiet. Later that day, Lena went home again. She sat on the bed and looked at old photos photos of her wedding, her family, her happy days. She touched the photos and whispered, "Where did I go wrong?" At night, she dreamed of her childhood. In the dream, she was a little girl holding her father's hand. She felt safe and happy, but the dream turned dark. The hand let go. She was alone again. Lena woke up crying. The sun was rising, but her heart felt heavy. She thought, "Is it too late to fix this?" Lena decided to do something. She wanted to change. She wanted to stop lying. She picked up her phone and called her husband. But he did not answer. She sent him a message, "I am sorry. I want to be honest now." He did not reply. She waited all day, but there was no answer. Her heart felt heavy, but she did not give up. She went to her parents' house again. This time she did not talk much. She only listened. Her father said, "Lena, trust is like glass. Once broken, it's hard to fix." Her mother gave her a cup of tea and said, "We are tired, Lena. We love you, but love is not enough." Lena nodded. She did not try to defend herself. She just said, "I understand. I want to show you, not tell you." Her parents said nothing. They just looked at her. For the first time, Lena felt quiet inside. She went back home and wrote in a notebook. Every day she wrote her thoughts and her plans. She wrote about each lie she had told. She asked herself, "Why did I lie?" Some answers came, but many did not. Weeks passed. She started telling the truth, even when it was hard. A friend called and asked, "Do you want to come out?" Lena was tired, but said, "No, I'm not feeling well." It was a small truth, but it felt big. She felt proud of herself. It was a small step, but it was real. That night she looked in the mirror and said, "I want to be a better person." One morning Lena went to the park. She sat on a bench and watched the birds. The air was fresh and the sky was blue. She felt calm for the first time in weeks. A small boy ran past her, laughing. She smiled. Then she saw someone familiar. It was her husband. He was walking alone. Their eyes met. He stopped. She stood up slowly. For a moment they just looked at each other. Then he said, "Hi." "Hi," Lena said back. Her voice was soft. "Can we talk?" she asked. He nodded. They sat down on the bench. She didn't lie. She didn't try to explain everything. She just said, "I was wrong. I want to change." Her husband looked at her. "You've said that before," he replied. Lena nodded. "I know," she said, "but this time I'm trying to live it." She showed him her notebook. He looked through the pages, reading her words. He closed the notebook and said, "It's not easy to trust again." Lena whispered, "I understand." They sat in silence. Then he said, "Maybe we can take small steps." Lena smiled. It was not a full smile, but it was real. She said, "Small steps are good." That night Lena called her mother. "I saw him today," she said. Her mother was quiet. Then she asked, "Did you lie?" Lena smiled and said, "No, not this time." Her mother paused, then said, "Good." Weeks turned into months. Lena still lived alone, but she was different now. She spoke less and listened more. She told the truth, even when it was hard. People started to notice. A few friends came back. They said, "You seem different." Lena smiled and said, "I'm trying." She met her parents for dinner one evening. Her mother brought a cake. Her father smiled a little. They still looked careful, but they were there. Lena felt warm inside. She didn't talk much. She just enjoyed the moment. Her husband visited her one weekend. He brought a small plant. "For your window," he said. Lena took it with care. "Thank you," she whispered. They had tea. They talked about small things, no big words, no promises, just small steps. The house didn't feel empty anymore. The silence was softer. Lena watered the plant every morning. She called her parents once a week. She met her husband sometimes. No one fully trusted her yet, but they gave her a chance, and she worked for it. One night Lena sat by the window. She looked at the plant. It had grown a little. She smiled and said to herself, "I may be alone sometimes, but I'm not lost anymore." She closed her notebook. On the last page she wrote, "And the truth is hard, but it is the only way to love and be loved." Then she turned off the light and went to sleep. This time her heart was quiet.